Hi, everyone. This is Melinda Moreno from the Xcellence Realty Tech Support Team. And today we are going to talk about excellence marketing. But before we start this session, let me first give you guys time to join the class. Please also let me know if you can hear me and see my screen using the chat options here in Zoom. All right, I have one that replied. Thank you so much. And feel free to also use the chat option to let me know if you have any questions as we go along the discussion. All right, perfect. Thank you for all your replies there. So it looks like we are ready to begin. Let's go ahead and start. And let me also click on record so that you can watch the replay in case you're not able to attend the webinar. All right, so in this class, we are going to discuss how to use Xcellence Marketing. As most of you already know, Xcellence Marketing is our design software that is available to all our agents for you to be able to create your designs for your real estate marketing needs, from social media posts to flyers to for sale signs, and a lot more to help you win your deals. All right, so to be able to go to Xcellence Marketing on the browser, just go ahead and type in excellencemarketing.com like here on the browser. You can also find the link to this tool when you're in the Realty back office. So on the dashboard, just scroll down to favorite links and vendors, and the link is right here, excellencemarketing.com. So just click right there and it's going to take you straight to the page. So let me just X out of here. Or you can also click on the star icon here in Chrome to bookmark the page on your browser like this one. All right, so let me also mention that this tool has an app that you can download on your phone. Feel free to go to either the Apple Store or the Google Play Store to download the app so you can use the software on your phone on the go as well. So for the app version, guys, remember that the designs that you will be able to create there are social media posts, Instagram and Facebook stories, email signatures, Facebook banners, email newsletter campaigns, and staging environment. For marketing materials that you need to print out, please go ahead and use the web or the desktop version of Xcellence Marketing on your computer. All right, so here on the login page, just go ahead and type in your email address and your password. You can also click on Remember Me so that your computer remembers your credentials. And in case you don't know the password, feel free to click on Forgot Password down here. But for right now, we're going to click on Login. So as you log in, you'll be able to see the dashboard. So let's go ahead and discuss each section here on the dashboard. Let's start from the top. So when you click on your name on the drop arrow, you have your menu here. So the menu items that I will not mention means that they are only available to admins. So on the menu, we have account information. Let's go ahead and click there. So under account information, under profile, go ahead and add all of your information here, all of your details, as well as your picture down here, and click on save at the bottom so that when you create a design, all that information will auto-populate for you on the design, so you don't have to add it to each design or template. So as you can see, I've added my information. And under settings, that's where you can change your password if you like. All right, so we also have partners. So when you click there, you can add a partner if you're working with a partner. So just click add new partner. And when you add their information, your partner's information will basically auto-populate on the design as well. So this feature applies to flyers that have two sections on the flyer for two agents, like this one. Let's go to flyers. So it's going to apply to a flyer type like this one here, which has two sections for two agents. We also have My Print Orders. So obviously, when you click there, you'll be able to see your orders if you have used the printing services of Xcellence Marketing. We also have printing prices. So here you'll be able to see a PDF giving you a list of what their pricing is for business cards, brochures, letterheads, door hangers, etc. Let's click back. And you can also, or you also have terms of use and logout. All right, so let's go back to the dashboard. So in the middle of the page, you can also search for designs by the name of the design. So let's try to search for this one that says Melinda's design. Let's type in Melinda and hit enter on the keyboard. And as you can see, it gave us that search result. So let's delete that. So when you hover over design, you can also see the name of the design, the time and date that it was last modified. And it also gives you the three dots, which is a menu. And up here, you can also organize by your latest or oldest designs. And you can also create folders or add folders. So just click on create folder, put in a name, let's say social media, and click create, so that you can organize your designs maybe by the property address or the design type. It's up to you. So as you can see, I've added my folder here called 123 Main Street, and it has 11 designs. Let me just check our chat option. Looks like we have a question. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I do apologize. Let me go a little slower. All right. So here in the middle of the page as well, we have create new design. So when you're ready to start with your designs, go ahead and click create new design, which is going to open up a whole new section for you where you can see all of our available designs. And in each design, you will be able to see the available templates that you can choose from. Let's go back to the dashboard. So of course, on the dashboard, you will be able to see the designs that you have created and have saved. All right, so let's hover over this design and let's click on the three dots for the menu. So when you click there, you're able to rename the design, duplicate it, move to a folder. So let's click there and let's try to move it to the folder that I added. All right, so as you can see, it got transferred to the folder. So it's right here. And inside the folder, you can edit the name of the folder, copy to user. When you click there, just type in their email address here and click copy. Or you can delete the folder. So let's try to bring this design back to the dashboard. Just click on the three dots and click move to folder and click dashboard. And let's click back. And now it's back here on the dashboard. So another way that you can move a design to a folder is by dragging that design to the folder, like so. So let's click on the folder again and let's bring it back. Let's go back to the dashboard. So when we click on the three dots, we have more options here. We have edit, download options are here. So when you click download, we have file formats that we have here. So JPEG and PNG, please remember to use either of those file formats for your social media designs. We also have PDF, and then we have commercial print PDF. So please use commercial print for when you decide to download the design and take it to a vendor of your choice to print it out. So on the current design interface, it will say commercial print. And on the new design interface, it will say print PDF. So again, those options are for printable designs like business cards or for sale signs, because commercial print and print PDF, they do have the crop marks so that the vendor can chop off the business card for you. So we also have send in email, share as website link, export email template. So when you click there, you can select your email marketing platform if you have a MailChimp account or a constant contact account. Or you can delete the design right here. So those are your options. And down here at the bottom, we also have video tutorials available as well. All right, so we are done discussing the sections in Xcellence Marketing. We are now ready to create a design because we just got a new listing and now we want to prepare everything that we need to market the sale in order to successfully close the deal. So let's go ahead and open up the folder that I added for my listing. So in here, as you can see, I have added all of the marketing material that I would need to help me advertise my listing. So I'm going to start off with my agent introduction social media post, as well as my business card and my door hanger templates here to advertise myself as a realtor. I also have my listing presentation, my coming soon social media post for a sneak peek or a preview of my listing. I have my open house social media post, my open house flyer, my for sale sign template that I chose, my postcard, my sign-in sheet, and my thank you card. So for this demonstration, we are going to design our agent introduction social media post, the business card, the postcard, and the open house social media post. All right, so let's go ahead and edit our agent introduction social media post to market ourselves as a realtor. So as I mentioned before, we have two design interfaces. We have the current one, which is the classic version here. And this is the new designer interface, which is in beta. All right, so let's go ahead and use the current one for now. And later we're going to use the new interface so you could see which one would work best for you. So let's open it up. So once it opens up, you'll be able to see that you have the tools that you need to be able to change or edit the template once the page loads. All right, so as you can see, let me just zoom out so I could see it better. All right, so as you can see, since I added all of my information in my profile, the system auto-populated my information like my name, my number, my email on the template. So now all I need to do is delete or add fields that I want. But first, let's go ahead and discuss each of the tools on this page. So on the top left, we have the save option. You can close without saving in case you chose the wrong template. You have your download options here. Export email template. Your zoom in and zoom out options. Your undo and redo options. Your spell checker. Down here at the bottom left, you can see how many pages the template has. You can copy or duplicate the page or add a blank page, or if you want to view the template vertically or horizontally. So on the right-hand side, we have the camera icon to upload images. You can click right here to upload from your computer. And you can also search for millions of copyright-free photos. Just type in the keyword, let's say house, and you have a lot of selections there. Let's click back. You also have our logos here available for the MLS and for Xcellence Realty logos. The A icon is for adding text. The next one is for manage layers, which is very important. You want to go here and you want to unlock all of the sections so that you're able to edit the template. So to unlock it, just click on the lock icon, the black one. Unlock everything. So now we could edit the template. And this one is for changing the background color. Let's say you want to change the color of this one to red, for example. So just choose the color. Let's bring it back to white. All right. So right here on the template, if you select on the image, you also have more options here. If you want to have no filter or grayscale or sepia, let's bring it back to no filter. We have transparency. We have transform. You can zoom in or zoom out of the image, and this one will rotate the image. This is for positioning. This is our reset button. And if you want to crop the image. If you select on text, it's going to give you the text options at the top here. You can change the color of the text. Let's say black. And this one here is for transparency. This one is gonna, if you want it vertical or horizontal, or if you want to rotate that. You have your position options, your lock. So if you're not able to edit the text, click on unlock here. You have your reset button. And of course, you have your font style options. If you want to change the font style. And this one is for the font size. And for font size, it's better if you have them at 9 or above. And this one is for the line height. So let's say, for example, you added a text box and you have 2 lines. So let's say name and phone. Now let's add the text. For example, here, let's try to make it bigger. Let's bold it. So for the line height, it's going to give you spacing between the lines if you increase it like that. This one is going to give you spacing between the letters. If you want to make it italic or you want to put underline, this is for your text alignment. This one is for giving color to the text. So let's say it's select red. It's going to give you red and black. This one is for adding hyperlinks. This one, if you want to make it uppercase or lowercase. This one is for numbering and for bullets. All right, so let's delete that. All right, so now that we know what each tool does, let's go ahead and edit the design so we could post it on Facebook and Instagram to be able to market ourselves as a realtor. So let's start here. The title, let's change the title. Let's change it to this realtor. So you want to just select that and double click. You can hit backspace on your keyboard and paste the new text. All right, so now it's there. So you want to make sure that the size is good. Let's go ahead and change the image as well. You can double click on the image. 1 second. So let's double click on the image. So you can upload a picture from your computer. Let's say this one. So once it's there, you can move it. Let's move it upwards. And of course, you don't want to forget to save your work every time you make any changes. And this one, you want to maybe move it to the right and make it bigger. So your name is right here. So let's go ahead and make this one bigger. So just change the font size here. Let's try to expand this one. Let's stretch it out. So we can also type in the number. So you say, let's say, for example, you want 8.5, and then just hit enter on your keyboard when you type it in. And let's click save. All right, so just make sure there are no misspellings or anything. Everything's aligned. And by the way, so that you know that it's aligned, you can try to move it. And when you see the line in violet, that's going to help you know that it's aligned with all the other texts. All right, so now that we're done with our agent introduction social media, let's go ahead and save it again. All right, let's check one more time if there are any mistakes on our design. So everything looks good now. So we can go ahead and X out of here. And let's move on to our next design, which is our business card. So let's open up the folder. Let's open up the business card. And now let's go ahead and use the new design interface that we have, this one right here, so that we could see the difference between the two design interfaces. So let's also discuss each tool on this page. So on the right-hand side, we have, at the top, we have the save option, the close option, undo and redo. Your print option is here. When you click there, it's going to take you to this page where you can see pricing. and where you can also choose your paper type if you want UV coating, and down here, the quantity. So let's X out of there. We have our download options here. So like, as you can see here, JPEG and PNG are suggested file formats for social media posts. So be sure to use either of these two for social media designs. We also have PDF standard, PDF proof. And so this one is for when you're using a different vendor. So you want to use PDF print, like I mentioned earlier, because this one has the crop marks so that the vendor can chop off, for example, your business card. You can also share straight from Xcellence Marketing, going to your Facebook account or your Instagram page or Twitter, LinkedIn. You can also share as a website. Just copy the link. You can also copy to another user. Just type in their email address, click share. You can share as an email template for these two options. We have the bell icon here for announcements. If you click on your name, you have the menu. You can also switch to dark mode if you like. Let's switch back to light mode. And down here at the bottom right, we have your pages here. You can add a page, rotate the page. You can view it horizontally or vertically. Here are your zoom options. And here on the left-hand side, we have images. You can upload an image. You can search for millions of copyright-free images here. Just type in the keyword. You have your logos. You can add text here. So here are more text options. You can also add shapes. And this one would be manage layers in the classic version, but here in the new interface, it says layers. So again, you want to unlock all of the sections so that you can edit the template. So unlock the black ones and the red one, if there's any. So here's where you change the background color. And by the way, these colors right here are the colors of Xcellence Realty. All right, so let's click on the template. If we click on the text, it gives us more options at the top to change the font style, the font size, format, for the line spacing, letter spacing. If you want to copy that text box or duplicate it, you have your align options here. Gradient, if you turn it on, it gives color to the text. You can also choose radial. We have drop shadow. Let's try to turn that on. So if we try to move this, that is what it does. All right. And of course, you have your bold option here, italic, underline. If you want it uppercase or lowercase, your alignment options, bullet options, numbering options. If you want to send the text back or forward or to the front. So again, if you're not able to edit text, you want to click on lock to unlock the text box. This is for hyperlinks. And if you want to delete the text box. So let's go ahead and delete the text box using delete on the keyboard. And let's actually go ahead and also delete this one here. So let's go ahead and edit the business card so we could print it out. So you want to double click on the text box, put your cursor here, and let's go ahead and, well, actually here, let's press space on the keyboard and let's put in the last name. So again, let's don't forget to click on save to save any changes. And then if you want to put a title here, let's try to select this one, for example, and let's copy that. So you want to, let's see, right click to give you this menu and then copy. And then right click again to paste it. And then you can move it there so that we could add the title. So again, the violet lines is going to help you see if it's aligned with all the other ones here on the side. So it's just in one good, nice line here. So let's copy the title. Let's double click here. Let's delete all of those, backspace, and then paste the title. All right, so now it's there. So let's say, for example, you don't have an office phone number. So double click on this text box and then delete the letter O and then leave the letter M for mobile. And then you also want to delete this one. Just select it and press delete on your keyboard. And then this one, let's select that and move it upwards here. Let's also make it smaller. So let's make sure it's aligned with all the other text. Let's save that. So in case it tells you this, you can increase the size of the font. Let's try to make it an 8. Let's try to move this one. So let's select this line and let's press the right arrow key on your keyboard to move it to the right. And let's try to align the email address field. Let's try to move this to the right a little more. All right, so now it looks better. So this one, let's try to move it upwards a little bit. Let's save our changes. All right, so on the side here, everything's aligned with all of the other text. So the name is not exceeding the line, the blue line, as well as the website here. So it looks good. So make sure there are no misspellings or any information that should not be on the design. So this one, maybe you want to make this bigger, just select that and drag it to make it bigger. Let's save the changes. So check again if there's anything you want to change. So this one, if you want to make this bigger, just select that and drag it. So this one looks good. So the front of the business card looks good. So again, let's save the changes. And then to go to the back of the business card, just scroll down and select the second page. And to me, the back of the business card looks perfect. I'm not going to change this. And we're good with the front of the business card. So let's save that again. All right, so now you're ready to print out the business card. So we can now close out of here. So let's go back to our folder and let's try to design the next one, which is our social media, our open house social media post. So let's open it up. Let's go back to using the classic version. All right, so let me just zoom out so I could see it better. So let's start from the top. Let's copy the address from my notepad here. Let's double click on the text field. Let's delete this. So you can hit backspace on your keyboard and then Control V to paste it. So let's go ahead and increase the size of it. Let's make it an 8. So you can just type it in. All right, so now it's an 8. So that looks good. So this one, you want to make this bigger. Just increase the font size. This one as well. So again, let's go to manage layers to unlock all of the sections. So we're able to edit all of the sections on the template. So unlock the black lock icon, unlock everything. Then we can select it again. And now we can increase the size. So just hover over it. And when you see the arrow, that's when you can make it bigger. So make sure it's all aligned here. Don't forget to click save. All right, so we're good with the top part of the open house social media. Let's go ahead and click on the image so we can change it. Let's type in house here in the search field. And let's use this picture here. So you're gonna drag it from here to here. All right, so now it's there. 1 second. So once the image is there, you can also move it. Just select it and drag it upwards if you like. Click save for any changes. So this one we're not going to change because it looks good. So again, check for any misspellings or any information that you want to add. And let's save it again to make sure. And now our open house social media post is good. So let's X out of there. Let me just check our chat. We have a question here. Do you recommend to add the price? 1 second. One second. All right, so I'll need to get back to you on that question. All right, so let's open up the folder again, and now let's go ahead and design our postcard. So let's open up the postcard. And now let's go back and let's use the new designer interface. All right, so this one has 2 pages. Well, actually just the front of the business card and the back of the postcard, I'm sorry. So the first thing that we are gonna change is the picture. So let's also drag the picture from here. So you have your uploads here. So just drag it to the right-hand side. Hold on, let me try to double click on the photo. Oh. All right, so in the new interface, you don't need to drag it, just select on the image and it's gonna drop it there on the template. So once it's here, you can move it. All right, so the image looks good on the template. This one, if you want to make it bigger, maybe a 12. Let's edit and remove the number 4. So double click on it, then put the cursor and then delete the number 4. And let's put in the city, state, and zip code. So double click on the text box, delete the word city and put in San Francisco. You can capitalize. "94103". All right, so now we've edited the property address. Let me just check our chat box. All right, so for that question, so yes, you can add the price to the flyer if you like. So we have another question here. For Xcellence Hub, let me go ahead and get back to you on that. I believe you can also download the app on the iPad. Well, I'll get in touch with you about that. So let's go back to our template here. So maybe this one, you want to make it bigger. Just hover over it and drag it to make it bigger. So make sure it's aligned with all the other text. So this one is good. Let's save the changes. So the photo on the back of the postcard, we're gonna change that. So we can ignore for right now. So this is for spell check. So let's save it again to make sure we've saved the changes. All right, so we're good with the front of the postcard. Let's go to the back of the postcard and let's edit the back. So let's check if all of the sections are unlocked. So we have a few here that are not unlocked. So we want to unlock all of the sections. All right, so now we're ready to edit the back of the postcard. So this one, if you want to delete this, just select it and hit delete on your keyboard. And this one, let's go ahead and delete this. So just put your cursor here. You can control, let's see. You can control A on your keyboard to select all of the text and then copy the text that you want. This one here, go back to the template and control V to paste it in the text box. All right, so now it's there. If you want to make that bigger, let's change it to maybe a 9. Let's type it in. If you want to align the text, you can use your align options here. You can justify the text if you want. If you want to make this bigger, you can also do that. Save any changes. Let me just check our chat option. All right, so let's review the back of the postcard. So this one, if you like to make this bigger, you can do so right here. So we're good with the left hand, with everything here on the left hand side of the postcard, the back of the postcard. Let's try to edit the right side of the postcard here. So that's an 11. Let's check the art. So this one is a 7.5. So let's change that. And let's also change it to this title here, Realtor. So let's double click on that text box, backspace, everything, and Control V on your keyboard to paste that there. And then select it and make it an 8. So you can type in the number 8. All right, so now it's in a, and then if you want, you can move it downwards as well if it's too close to the other text. So again, make sure you're following the violet lines because that's going to help you with alignment. Save any changes. So this disclaimer here, if you want to move it downwards, We can also do that. If you want to make it an 8, you can justify the alignment. So just click align right here and choose justify. Click save for any changes. Let's go ahead and edit the phone number. Double click on the text box. Let's go ahead and delete the letter O. And then let's delete this one here, since we don't have an office phone number. Let's also make it bigger. Let's make it an 8. And the letter M for mobile, let's also make that an 8. So let's type in the number 8 here in the font size field. All right, so these 3 are good. Let's proceed to the email address. Let's change it to 8 as well. Let's select from the drop, from the selection here. Let's also make the website an 8. Let's save any changes. So now you want to review if there are any misspellings or any information that you don't want to be on the back of the postcard. So this one, let's go ahead and double click on this section and let's add an image to this section here. So let's double click on it. Let's choose our picture from our computer. Double click on this one and it's gonna drop it there for you. You can also move it so it looks good in that section. Let's save the changes. All right, so again, review on the back of the postcard to make sure everything looks good. All the information are correct. So at the top here, it looks good. The description is here, the amount, the logo, all our information are correct. All right, so let's go ahead and save it again to make sure. All right, so we've saved all of the changes that we made to this postcard, the back of the postcard, and the front of the postcard. So we can close out of here. Let's go back to our folder if we need to edit anything else. All right, so we have edited our postcard, our open house social media post, our business card, and our agent introduction social media post. All right, so that's easy. That's how easy it is to use Xcellence markings, and we have discussed a lot of tips and tricks, and I hope you learned a lot from everything that we've discussed. If you have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat box. Any other questions, please feel free to type it in the chat box that we have. Let me see, we have a question here. If we can do a trifold flyer. Let me see. Let me just ask my manager, Emily. I'll get back to you about that question. Any other questions? Feel free to type them in the chat option. But I do hope you learned a lot from everything that we've discussed. So again, if you would like to use other vendors for printing, feel free to go to Realty Back Office. Scroll down to favorite links and vendors on the dashboard. So we have a few vendors here. Vistaprint and Godprint. These two, you can use them for business cards, for brochures, listing presentation, booklets. You can use Printing Center USA. For buyer's guide, for sales sign, you can use Build a Sign and Oakley. So let's go ahead and do a recap of what we have discussed. So again, Xcellence Marketing is on the desktop, and it has an app as well that you can download on your phone. For printable marketing materials, go ahead and choose commercial print on the classic designer interface, and then use PDF print on the new designer interface. For social media posts, please don't forget to use these file formats, either PNG or JPEG. Don't forget to save your work. Please use Realtor for your title. And please forward your designs to tech support at xcellencerealty.com for approval of the designs. And please also use good quality and professional profile photos. And remember, you can add folders on the desktop version of Xcellence Marketing to organize your designs. And of course, if you need any help, feel free to send us an email. You can send it to tech support at xcellencerealty.com or call us at 786-697-0778. Dial 2 for tech support, or you can chat with us using the Xcellence Realty support options in Xcellence Hub. So let's go to Xcellence Hub and let me show you where to find the support options. So when you're here in Xcellence Hub, on the left-hand side is where you can see the menu, and at the bottom, we have the support options. So click on XR support options. You can either chat with us. Just click on chat with us now. Put in your name and your email. And then choose the department right here. Or you can give us a call at the helpline number. You can save this number on your phone. Or you can schedule a Zoom meeting with us if you have tech support questions or broker support questions. Just click right here. Choose the day and time and the appointment type. And in the notes section, also let us know what questions you have so we could prepare for the meeting. Or you can send us an email using these email support options. Let me just check our chat box if there are any other questions. So we have a question here. Can I do a Word document or should it be through Xcellence Marketing? All right, 1 second. Any other questions? Feel free to type it in the chat box. In case I'm not able to answer the question, I'll get back to you on that. All right, so it looks like we don't have any other questions. So for all the questions that I was not able to answer, I'll get back to you on those questions. But thank you so much for your time today. And I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.